Hello children. Today we are going to learn lesson 2 Children at Work class 8 NCERT from your supplementary reader, that is It So Happened. So this lesson is taken from the book Trash on Ragpickers, Children and Recycling. Now this is a story of a boy who runs away from his home and was compelled by the situation to live with the ragpickers. As the story moves on, it gives light to the lives of the ragpickers, who are generally the children of poor households, who cannot afford a comfortable life. It describes lives of them as important, not because they are removing the waste and rubbish littered here and there, but because they ask the society to be more human and responsible. This story will really make you think, children. Now we'll see this particular book. So this is the book which is written by Geeta Wolf, Anushka Ravishankar and Arijit Singh. Now we will know about these authors who have written this particular story, that is Children at Work. Now let us see the first author. Geeta Wolf Sampath was born on 6th December 1956. She is an Indian publisher and author. She wrote educational books and picture books of folk tales. And she is one of the founders of Indian publishing house, that is Tara Books. Now, Anushka Ravishankar. She has also written the same story, children. She was born in the year 1961. She is an award-winning author of children's books and also co-founder of Duckbill Books, a publishing house. Arijit Singh. He was born in 1963. He is an Indian graphic artist, designer and professor. His graphic novel River of Stories is the first graphic novel of India. So what is this graphic novel, children? So this is a type of text combining words and images. It's a comic book, right? Now, see, Children at Work. Before you read, there are many reasons why children have to work. Some help their family make a livelihood. Others who run away from unhappy homes need to support themselves. Children who have to work can't go to school and play like other children of their age. So now here you look at these images. These are the children who have to work, who have run away from their house and whose families are poor and they are helping their parents also. So these children, they cannot go to school like other children of their age. Now here we have the gist of the part 1. Velu, an 11-year-old boy, runs away from home. He wanders around for hours before getting on a train to Chennai without a ticket. Tired and hungry, he doesn't know where to go when a stranger at the station shouts a word of welcome. So here, this is a story of an 11-year-old boy who had run away from his village as he could not handle his father beating him up for one more day. So he got into a train to Chennai without a ticket. And after reaching there, children, he had no idea of what he would do or how he would manage himself to survive. So this story, it tells us how children like him end up working instead of studying at schools. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly as if he was still on a moving train. "Oi, out of the way!" a porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. So pulled in means when the train, Kanyakumari Express. So this train, when it arrived to the station, when he got down of the particular station, he felt his legs were wobbly, refers to unsteady. So his legs were, he felt as if he was still moving. Okay, so this sort of experience you will get, or this sort of feeling you will get after traveling in a train for a long time. And as he stood there, a porter came hurriedly with a loaded trolley asking Velu to step aside. Velu got out of his way. So here, porter means is a person who employed to carry luggage and other loads, especially in a railway station, airport, hotel, or market. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people, except once a year at the fair in his village. People walked by bumping into him with their suitcases. Bumping means hitting. A voice announced something on a loudspeaker. So here he found a small bench on the platform and he sat on it and he kept his bundle down. So you can see he sat on the bench and he kept his bundle. So it consists of his things. And there were so many people around him. You can see so many people are there on the station, on the railway platform. There were so many people around him and he had never seen a lot of people together. So he had not seen so many people together except once he had gone to village fair. There only he had seen. So now this is the second time. And people passed by him, they walked by him and they were hitting with their suitcases. And a voice announced something on a loudspeaker. So that is probably the announcement of the train. And near him he saw a group of people. They sat their luggage with their luggage looking at a TV hanging from the roof. So he saw people sitting near to him and they were looking at the TV which was hung from the roof. The noise was terrible. So that noise which he was hearing, it was horrible, horrifying noises he was hearing. Velu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. Miserable means unhappy. Exhausted is very tired. So he's very tired of the journey and he kept his head down on his knees. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. For 2 days he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. In his bundle he carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. Now, when did he had run away? 2 days back. 2 days ago he had run away from his village, and from 2 days he did not eat anything, and except he had eaten some peanuts. Peanuts are the groundnuts, and also a piece of jaggery that he had. And in that bundle, what did he carry, children? A shirt, a towel and a comb. Okay. He had walked for most of the first day to Kannur and then got onto the train to Chennai. So he had walked for most of the first day to Kannur and then, so one full day he had walked and then finally he got into the train to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector did not come to the unreserved compartment. So Velu, he got into the train. He had got into the unreserved compartment there, okay? And luckily the ticket collector did not come. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. So where he wanted to rest, near the floor, near the a floor near the door, there he wanted to take rest, but who were there, group of men, they were next to him and they were playing cards and all the night they were shouting, and he did not even had proper sleep in the train. A. What? New to town? A. Called out a rough voice. Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. Here, A. He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on her shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. So here, suddenly Velu, he heard a rough voice saying, "Hey, what, new to town?" So the girl says, and he looked around who it was or who was saying that, and he did not see or he couldn't find anyone looking at him and speaking. Okay, then again the same voice is heard. Then he turned back. He saw a girl of almost his age and wearing a loose banyan, and that was so big that it almost reached her knees, and her hair was hard and very stiff, and somewhat brown in color, and she carried a big sack on her shoulder in which she has put all the dirty cups which she collected from the floor. Why is she calling me? Thought Velu. And why is the girl wearing a banyan? So now Velu was wondering all all that. So he thought, why this girl is wearing a banyan? Generally, boys wear, isn't it? So he was wondering. No to stare stupidly. What's your name? Velu, muttered Velu, looking away. So now this girl says, you needn't stare at me. Stare means to look continuously. You needn't look at me. And she will ask. She asks him, what is his name? Then he says, Velu. He told that his name is Velu. Velu muttered. Muttered means to speak in low voice. So, Mr. Velu, said the girl, looking at his bundle, run away from home. So now she asks his name as Velu says that his name is Velu, and then the girl noticed his small bundle that he carried with him, and she asked him whether he had run away from home. So she guesses that he had run away from home. Velu did not answer. He did not want to tell some strange girl what he had done. So now Velu, as the girl asked him that whether he had run away from home, then he did not like to tell a stranger about him that he had run away from home. He had run away because he could not stand his father beating him for one more day. So now stand means bear. So why he had to run away from the house? Because his father, he was beating him and he could not bear that beatings for another one more day. So he had run away from the house, and his father would snatch away all the money Velu and his sister earned and spend it on drink. So Velu as well as his sister, both of them earned money, and whatever they have earned, all that his father used to take it, snatch means to take it forcibly, and he used to spend all that money on drink. Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So, what are you going to do here? Become rich? Now, this girl says that don't think that I don't know anything over here, and she says that this place is full of children like you only, and everyone had run away from the place, some or the other background they have. So now she'll ask, what are you going to do here? Are you going to become rich over here? Okay. She sat down next to him. Velu shifted away slightly. So she's next to him, she sat, and Velu, he moved away a bit. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Hungry? Asked the girl. You won't get food by sitting here glumply, making faces. I can find some if you want. So here, grimace. Grimace means twisted expression on the face due to pain, and glumply means sadly. Now here, the girl, Velu was extremely very hungry by that time, and he could even feel a pain in his stomach. Okay, because of that he was able to feel the pain as he pressed his stomach with a painful expression on his face, and the girl noticed, and the girl asked him if he was hungry. She told him that he would not have any luck with food if he continued sitting there with a depressed face. So she says that if you sit like that, pressing your stomach, keeping a sad face, you will not get anything. And further, she says she even offered to help him with food. Okay, if you want, I can give you some, she says. She picked up her sack and started to walk away. So she says that to him, she offers to help him with food, and saying that she moves, she walks away. Velu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd. So he had to made up his mind quickly. So made up his mind means decide. So now this girl saying those words, she picked up her sack and then she started to walk. She began walking, and Velu on the other hand, he continued sitting on the bench. So he was not sure if he should follow her. So he was not sure. He was unaware of where the girl would take her, take him. Okay, and but he had to make some decision immediately, because that girl was about to disappear in the crowd. So he had to make up his mind quickly. All right, he decided. So quickly he had decided, anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped up and ran after her. So he thought, anyhow, now I don't have any idea where I have to go, so he thought, I will follow her. So he jumped up and he ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was. So that girl, she said, and she started walking, and she did not even turn back to see the girl. She did not even bother to check if he was able to follow her or not. So that without checking that, she continued to walk. She began to move. And Velu, finally he decided. Immediately he had taken the decision, as he had no idea what he has to do it. So he thought, better I will go with her. Okay, is it clear, children? So let us see in the other part what he is going to do, whether he will take up this sort of work, that is rag picking, or do any other thing. We'll see in the next part. I hope you have understood part 1. In our next video we'll go with part 2. Thank you, children.